Melissa from FatQuarterWorld.com and AvidQuilter.com. Today I'll be showing you how to make a fabric fortune cookie. You can get the tutorial on our website, AvidQuilter.com. It's by our friend Megan of the Brassy Apple. Make sure and check out her blog at brassyapple.blogspot.com. First, I'll start by showing you all the supplies you're going to need for the project. You'll want to start with picking out your fabric. I'll be using the Wonderland Charm Pack. I chose it because I think it has a lot of really fun prints. If you're going to be making a whole bunch, you'll probably want to do some fat quarters, or it's also a really good project where you can use your scraps. You'll also want to have on hand some wire, craft glue. I'll be using a hot glue gun, but you can just use any craft glue that you have around. I have fabric scissors and craft scissors. I also have a fabric marker, circle templates, some coordinating ribbon, and some fusible fleece. You can also use fusible interfacing. Once you have your fabrics picked out, you're going to want to cut the interfacing to size. So as you can see, I've cut out a 5-inch square. That's the size of the charms. And you'll want to head over to your iron and iron these. Most interfacing you can just use at a medium setting. And I've already done that, so I have some squares here. You can see they have the interfacing on the back. Next, you'll want your template. I'm using these pre-cut plastic templates. I got at the store. They're just a couple bucks, so I think they're a pretty good investment. You can also print it out on our website. It comes with a tutorial. It'll just be on paper, but it works just as good. You'll want to take your fabric marker, place your template on the side with the interfacing, and just trace right around. If you don't have a fabric marker, a pencil will work just fine. You next want to take your fabric scissors and cut around your template, just like this. Okay, set that aside. Okay, next you'll want to cut your wire. I found after I was making this project that this wire is just a little bit too thin. So what I did was I measured it to the size of my circle. So you want to measure around the diameter. The best size for your circle is probably like 4 to 5 inches. It makes the best size fortune cookie. And since my wire is a bit thin, I'm going to triple it up just by folding it a few times. And if I had thicker wire, I'd probably need wire cutters, but I'm just going to use my craft scissors to snip the end of that and set that aside. And I will be using my hot glue gun. You want to make sure and get pretty much in the center of your cookie, so when you fold it over, it gives it a nice crease. And next I'm going to put my wire down. Be careful with the spot. If you're using craft glue, you should be okay. If you're using hot glue, be very careful. I've hurt myself a few times. Okay, you're going to want to let that dry just for a few minutes, especially if you're using the craft glue. If you're using the hot glue gun, you could probably move ahead and do your ribbon. I've chosen this nice turquoise color because I think it went with the whole collection pretty nicely. So you'll want to put that down just right above your wire. If your hot glue is still hot, you can go ahead and just press it down firmly but gently all the way across, and it's okay for it to hang off the end that way because I'm just going to trim it, making sure to cut right around the edge on both sides. Okay, so we'll let that dry just a little bit. Next comes the fun part. You'll want to make your fortunes. I've gone ahead and cut my fortunes into little strips, and I've handwritten them. You can also hop on your computer and play with your fonts and colors and make something really cool that way, and then cut them to size. You want to place one of your fortunes just to the middle, and you want it to hang off just a little bit on the edge. Next comes the folding part, and this can be a little tricky, but once you do a couple, you'll get it down. So you'll want to fold it in half, bending the wire a little bit, making sure that you've got a nice even edge on both sides. And then Megan's trick for doing this is to stick your finger just in the middle of the cookie and squish in. So you'll just want to squish your cookie gently but firmly, squish, 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 and then you'll have your fortune cookie. And that's it, you're all set. Stay tuned on AvidQuilter.com to get some more tutorials and videos.